A special shout out to our coffee supporters. Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have Nocirc Michigan, Intact America, GALDEF, Your Whole Baby, Jort on Court, and much more coming up. In Jort on Corpse news, I'm going to butcher this so bad, guys. Super sorry ahead of time. Jort on Corpse joins the French Council of Associations for the Rights of the Child. This article here talks about how they're joining the COFRAD. COFRAD stands for Convention of the Rights of the Child. I also translated this from French to English, so this might not be the best translation, just so you guys know. But anyways, to date, COFRAD brings together about 50 structures representative of the set of areas covered by the Convention of the Rights of the Child. You can actually go and read their missions and actions from their website. So COFRAD covers all topics related to childhood, education, health, digital, leisure, sports, violence, unaccompanied minors, family life, citizenship, civil liberties, etc. So that's what COFRAD is and what it does. And the French Intactivist group joined it, so they can go ahead and go to their meetings. I'm guessing that they met on July 2nd, 2024, and now they're a part of them. It says, recall that in 2022, Right to the Body contributed to the 6th report, COFRAD, alternative presented to the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child on the theme, Circumcision, Supervision, and Protection Against Forced Decanting. So yeah, so there's a bunch of links here you guys can click on if you want to know more about this. I'm not going to cover this really in depth right now because this is just the news. I might go ahead and do a more in-depth look into this later. And in Circumcision Grief news, the CDC is proposed data collection submitted for public comment and recommendations. So the CDC wants your recommendations, and Unaltered wanted me to get this out for you guys. So the summary of this is the CDC, as part of its continuing effort to reduce public burden and maximize the utility of government information, invites the general public and other federal agencies the opportunity to comment on a proposed information collection as required by the Paperwork Reduction Act of 1995. This notice invites comment on a proposed information collection project titled Formative Research on Adverse and Positive Childhood Experience, Social Detriments of Health and Health Equity Among Young Adults in the U.S. This data collection is designed to allow CDC to better understand the relationship between childhood experiences and health outcomes among young adults from populations that have been socially and economically marginalized. Now, Circumcision Grief would like for you guys to go ahead and write comments before September 17th, 2024, and have them research circumcision and have them get more data on it and how it affects males. I can go ahead and put the link down below. The link is going to link to this. Essentially, you go and you write a comment. You start typing your comment, something about you should go and study how circumcision is traumatizing to children or whatever. Literally, it says right here, this is what you're commenting under: the formative research on adverse and positive childhood experiences, social detriments of health and health equity among young adults in the U.S. So you can go ahead, start typing. You have 5,000 characters that you can use. You can attach files if you need to, give them your email address. And then you can also opt in to receive email confirmation. Pick if you're an individual or organization, or if you want to be anonymous. And then you can just submit comment once you figure out you're not a robot. So yes, really easy. And you know what? Maybe the CDC will go ahead and backtrack if they actually do end up studying circumcision and they're like, wow, this is actually really traumatizing. We need to stop doing this to children. Or not, who knows? Anyways, I will put the link for this down below. And in Your Whole Baby news, Your Whole Baby recently had the Babies and Bumps Atlanta booth. They had 3 generous donors that helped them reach their fundraising goals in less than 24 hours. So this is their booth that they had right there. This was Miss Sparky is bringing Your Whole Baby to Babies and Bumps Atlanta event Sunday, July 28th. So that was about almost a month ago. We are asking for donations to help cover the remaining costs? Well, if you go here, literally this was 9 days ago that this got covered. I wish I was on top of this, guys. Unfortunately, this was 9 days ago. I had a week, really, to go ahead and promote this for you guys. I didn't know they were doing this, but luckily they got the money. So that's good that they went to Babies and Bumps Atlanta. So awesome news for your whole baby. And hopefully they went out and provided gentle education about the lifelong harms of circumcision. So that's awesome. There's no other pictures, though, about this event. I wish there was, but there's not. So in Nocirc Michigan news, Nocirc Michigan went to the Ann Arbor Art Fair Thursday, July 18th through July 20th. And you can go ahead and see their pictures. This is their booth right here. Pretty cool. And this is it from an angle. So they definitely went out and they educated people. And there's like 1-2 people that passed by during those pictures. It doesn't look too crowded, but hey, you know what? Hopefully you got some people to walk by and hopefully they saw some awesome information of Nocirc Michigan. All right, and in Intact America news, just a quick reminder that New Voices, New Rooms is in Arlington, Virginia, date August 8th through the 11th. That's in 16 days and 6 hours and 15 minutes as of making of this recording. And in GALDEF news, GALDEF actually went to LA Pride recently, and they brought some pretty heavy hitters, including Tina Kimmel, which you might know from our interview that we had with her, Chi Johnson, attorney Justin Block, Desmond Weinsberg, Tim Hammond, and Eric Klopper, along with Brett Rosenberg. So they went out and they did go and sell flowers. They did go and inform thousands of Pride goers who attended the block party, and hundreds of people stopped at their booth throughout the day. They made donations, and yes, they purchased their popular Pride flowers. They did not actually say how much they made off the Pride flowers this time. Also, a YouTuber went and conducted a video interview with them. They talked about what the YouTuber asked, essentially, and they explained the main differences of female, male, and intersex genital mutilation. Look at the pictures. I did notice this caption right here is pioneering Jewish intactivist from the San Francisco Bay Area, Tina Kimmel. Like, they didn't do that for anybody else. Like for Desmond, they weren't like, oh, hey, Catholic guy or atheist guy or Caucasian guy. Or obviously they didn't do it for Tim. It's just interesting why they decided to be like pioneering Jewish intactivist. Instead of being like, oh yeah, PhD, 2 master's degree, Dr. Tina Kimmel. I don't know, just interesting captioning for this picture. And you can't comment on this. But anyways, yeah, so GALDEF did go to LA Pride, and apparently it was very successful. Nothing really too much to go off of here. There are videos you guys can watch. They're like 1.5 minutes long. I think altogether they're like maybe 4 minutes. All right, guys, and on to the polls of the week. So on this poll of the week, has intactivism gotten better over the course of 10 years? So many people answered yes, it's gotten better, which if you watched my all major intactivist groups will go extinct in 10 years video, definitely says the opposite. I showed evidence that intactivism hasn't gotten better over 10 years. I wonder what they are referring to when they said that intactivism is getting better. So if you guys want to let me know down in the comments why you think intactivism is getting better, please let me know. There is a few people that did say no, intactivism has not gotten better over the course of 10 years. But still, double the people believe that intactivism has gotten better. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. So this one, yeah, we just saw they got their baby booth, Babies and Bumps Atlanta fundraised. Intact Global still at $10. Prevail over the system still at 62% of our $7,000 goal. Graduation's becoming more real and real every week, it seems like. But I will say that your donations and tips are getting matched. until December 1st. So if you want to donate, feel free, no pressure. Or you can always use our e-commerce program or our Care Buzz. That helps as well. All right, and on to the Intactivist growth for the week. So, Bloodstained Men had 6,351 followers a week ago. Now they currently have 6,406 followers, which is a grand total of 55 people, or a 0.87% gain for the week. Intactivism putting on the rocket boosters this week, growing almost 1% this week. That is awesome. That is epic. That is fantastic. Let's go. Big hype for Bloodstained Men, putting on a really big gain for Intactivism. All right, guys. Well, that is all what I have for this week. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, especially about the whole French thing, sorry, guys. I can't talk very well. You know, I suck at speaking. Fun fact. I can barely read English, let alone French. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you once again for my donors and everyone who helps out POTS. I appreciate you guys. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.